the tank projects we work on in Texas at Kleinfelder are elevated tanks that have legs on them, composite pedestal tanks, steel pedestal tanks, and ground storage tanks. We do evaluations on the tanks, and then we do the design documents and project manuals, and then provide the owners with contractor selection through the bidding phase, and then provide project management during the construction phase.
We recently did an evaluation on an 11 million gallon ground storage tank. It's a steel structure. We were asked to go in and evaluate this. We did a typical evaluation. Once we were in there, we found that this particular structure had some issues in the roof. The roof rafters, the support structure for the steel plates, if you will, the framing of the tank was not performing as it should be. Over time, these members had corroded, the coating was not performing as it should be, and as a result of our initial assessment, our scope was expanded to then do a dive evaluation to look at the floor and the walls, the shell of the tank.
Cost cutting for the client, one, was that it takes a lot of manpower to drain one of these tanks with regard to city manpower, and then when the tank is down and out of service for approximately a week, to drain it, clean it up, and then refill it after we're done with our evaluations. So not only does it prevent putting such a strain on the system as a whole to not have to drain the tank, it also saves the client probably 3 times the amount of money that it would normally take to drain it, as opposed to having us do the dive inside the tank. What makes it unique about us is that we're an engineering firm that also does evaluation of structures and does the testing on the water tank structures and does the diving in the structures. There's not a bunch of companies out there or engineering firms that are scuba diving these tanks and then developing their design documents off of scuba diving where the data was collected.
On this particular site, there is concurrently a shaft for a tunneling project for a large diameter pipeline that's being tunneled from another location. So there's equipment for the tunneling project on site, and also, you know, Central Texas has been in a drought. We've been in this situation for a number of years now, and for our clients, there was definitely a value in having us be able to go in and assess a structure in service. So when you're talking in terms of, you know, storage tanks, for us to be able to go in and evaluate the structure while it's in service and not have to drain that valuable water. For this particular tank, you're talking 11 million gallons of water.
Well, yeah, we've worked on a lot of tanks around the Austin area, 30, 35 tanks. In Texas, Central Texas, we worked on over 200 tanks. We've did scuba diving evaluations in 3 tanks, a couple of 10 million gallon tanks, a 500,000 gallon tank, and 11 million gallon tank. And we've been in several other tanks in Texas, and you know, we climb on them, we climb in them, we float in them, and do all types of evaluations to see what kind of condition the structure's in. And you can look just about anywhere in Texas, and if you see a tank standing up, Kleinfelder's probably had their hands on it one way or the other.